don't suppose we need much in the way of introductions, but there's a few all-star players up here, a few world champion players up here, and coach of the Celtics, starting far right, Doc Rivers, basketball president of basketball operations, Danny Ainge, newest Boston Celtics, Rasheed Wallace, and his little daughter.
2008 world champions, Ray Allen.
Captain Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. Danny?
Thanks, Jeff. First of all, we'd just like to welcome Rasheed, and Rashaya is up here with Rasheed on his lap. And Fatima, why don't you just stand, please? Just stand and introduce you to Boston. Ishmael, stand. And Nazir, stand. They are ready, I can tell. They're ready for the first game. Anyway, there's been a lot of talk about this over the last few weeks since free agency started. And I don't think there's any secret of the enthusiasm and excitement of our franchise, ownership, management, coaches, fans, and of course teammates that are here in trying to persuade Rasheed that this was the place for him to be. And we're very excited to have him. We think he's a great fit in our community. He's a great fit on the court. His skills, his personality in the locker room, his intelligence, and his experience. One of the great things that I've always appreciated about Rasheed is his competitiveness and his intelligence. Watching him play, he's one of the great defensive communicators on the court. I think that is huge. And between him and KG and Perk, having the backline guys with their experience, he'll fit right in with our guys. It'll take him 2 practices before he feels like he knows what he's doing out there, and he'll be giving direction and telling Ray and Paul where to go on defense. And holding his teammates accountable and holding himself accountable. So we're excited to have Rasheed here. This is a big day for us, and I turn the time over to Rasheed if you want anything to say or ask questions.
Definitely, I just want to thank all the guys sitting up here on stage because they didn't have to come up here today and show their team compassion about having me here in the city of Boston and playing with them. I'm not sure I noticed or recognize a little bit of the media faces, but I'm not familiar with everybody. But it's going to be a long year, so throughout the year I'll become familiar as far as names. And if I mess your name up, don't kill me because I'm bad with names, but I remember faces. So I guess the only other thing is to open the floor up for questions.
What we'll do, folks, if we could, please, we have people on both sides. This is covered live by Comcast and EEI, so we have 2 people on the side. Raise your hand. Just please state your affiliation, name and affiliation before you ask a question.
Bill Doyle from the Worcester Telegram. Rasheed, why did you come to Boston? Why did you sign here instead of other places?
Because I felt as though it was a good fit. I think one of the main things that the guys up here do is play defense. They've been in the top 3 or 4 in defensive categories.
1, 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Over the last few years. So that's saying a lot about their defense right there. That's saying a lot about them and their whole defensive scheme, their team scheme, and it's just. The bottom line is just to win. So that pretty much swayed me to come over here. They're a pretty good group of guys. Every time I played against them, always out on the floor talking to them or, joshing with them. But now I think it'll be extra good that we're all teammates.
Rasheed, Mark Spears, Boston Globe. Just talk about what it was like opening the door and all these guys are standing out there and what it means to have them there and also their message. What was their message too?
It was definitely great. It definitely felt good. As soon as I came around the corner and into the little conference room and to see these 3 guys there, that I wasn't expecting. I was just expecting Danny and Doc and Wick, but to see these 3 guys there, that showed a lot. That showed me that they really want me to be a part of this team. They're opening their arms for me and my family to be a part of their Boston Celtic family.
I'm excited. So, I know we all looking at each other, feeling like teenagers again. But I'm really excited about the year. This is not only a key addition, but a major addition to our team. I mean, you can play with this any kind of way you want to. Almost feels like AAU basketball all over again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I think the versatility that she brings, I'm just happy that he and his family has joined our family, and we're going to make the best of this. I'm totally excited.
I mean, I just think it's a great addition. Obviously, we had depth issues last year because of injuries, but just bringing a guy like Rasheed with his experience, things he does on the court, and what we do, like you said, I think it fits in right, like a piece in the puzzle. And I think it's going to be an exciting year. Everybody knows what we're all about, winning a championship, and we're just excited to have him. I mean, when you look around, you see all the top teams in the NBA making their moves, and this was a big piece for us getting him.
One of the things that we talk about all the time when we lose, when we lost games, myself, Paul, Kevin, we sat in the training room and talked about things we could do to get better in losses. And when the season ended for us, we sat around in the locker room and we talked about things that we needed to do over the summertime and potential free agents. And Rasheed was at the top of the list for all of us. And that's, each one of us said his name, and we even talked about it during the year because we knew he was going to be a free agent. So when the opportunity came for us to be in Detroit that day, Kevin, I think, came from LA. I don't know where Paul was, and I was in the area, so we knew everything that we had to do to get there. We were going to make sure that we got there because he was the one guy that was going to get us over the hump moving here into this future. So we were excited about it. We didn't think twice about it. We knew we were going to be there, and we wanted him to know, him and his family know how serious we were about winning, how serious we were about having him part of this franchise, this family. And, we're glad to have him because I think when Kevin was traded 2 years ago here, it put the NBA on notice. A lot of people sat back and they automatically pushed us to the top, and they were a little afraid of us. And I think the same thing has happened now with adding Rasheed to our roster.
Coach Willie May from Nesson. Rasheed, Paul talked about some of the other teams getting better, and talk about yourself coming to the Celtics and some of the other teams getting better, and how tough was it transitioning from Detroit to Boston?
Definitely. I think teams are definitely making a great impact in the league as far as the Lakers signing Ronnie. Shaq is in Cleveland, and teams are still making moves. But I think this worked out for both of us. They wanted someone of my caliber and vice versa. So they saw the frustration on my face sometimes last year. Kev would come, he'd be messing with me about it sometimes during the game. But now it's a whole new world, it's a whole new day, and I just can't wait till training camp to get it going.
Rasheed, Larry Ridley, WHDH, NBC here in Boston. You've been in the association for 14, 15 years. You've been a starter the whole time. How do you see your role here in Boston?
I would say my role is to back up these guys. If Doc wants me to start, then I'll start. If Doc wants me to come off the bench, then that's fine. I'll come off the bench. 2 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. As long as I'm contributing to the team for the W. That's my whole bottom line. I'm not here to say that I'm going to sit up here and average 25 points. I'm going to take all these shots and they putting up shots while I cannot put up shots. No, it's not even like that. That's not even my mentality for this whole team. My thing is bottom line, win games. If I score a point and we win, hey, it's the sorriest point I ever scored, but we got the win. That beats 100 points on the loss any day. So I think with the mindset of these guys here, we'll win a lot of ball games.
Julian Bimbo, Boston Globe. She just describe a little bit the relationship between you and Kev back and forth.
Speak up a little bit.
My fault. Can you describe the relationship between you and Kevin and back and forth? And obviously last year was frustrating for you, and Kevin it wasn't the easiest year for you either. So did that ever exchange kind of when you guys talked about linking up?
I would have to say it probably started on draft night. We were in the same draft, going against him while he was at Minnesota and I was in Portland. It was a battle. It was a battle. I don't think too many people knew what type of battle it was. If you look at it, you might say like, oh, they don't like each other or he hates him, this and that, but it's just really the mutual respect. I would say the one difference between Kevin and myself is I would say he's a better rebounder, but I'm a better jump shot shooter. But everything else is the same. Everything else is the same as far as the heart, the adrenaline going into the game, everything, wanting to win. Everything else is the same except those two little differences.
All right. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna leave that to the private courts of Rasheed versus Kevin in the practice facility. That's how I'm gonna leave that one.
Rasheed Allen Siegel from ESPN 890.